Let's talk about this.
Okay, let's talk about this.
Human experience.
This human experience.
This human experience.
Okay.
All right. So when we go about this human experience, which is all there is, because if this human experience doesn't happen, the world isn't there. You know, does the world revolve around me? Without me, it's not there.
Without you, it's still here, because there's so many more.
But not for you. You're not there.
If you're not here, but I'm still here, it still keeps revolving around.
But for me, it ended when it ended.
Sure.
Right?
Right.
On the flip side, you're a little speck in the universe. So small, like forget about it.
I can imagine that. As big as all everything, the planets are, and the asteroids and the meteors. I mean, they could wipe us out. Bam! It has before, so.
It could again.
It could again.
Once, I asked my master.
Okay.
What's a master?
To me or to you?
I asked him. What is a master?
Yes, your master. What is a master?
Yeah.
Okay.
So he says, a master, a proper master is someone who goes through 5 initiations. 5 initiations. Which ones? Well, the first, people think they're this body.
Yeah.
But then some of them awake. And they see that there's this whole energy body interacting with this body.
Right.
So they recognize that, there's not just this physical, but there's something slightly beyond that. It's interacting with that. There's this whole energy body.
Right.
That's the first initiation. It's the second one.
Second one.
He says there's a whole emotional body.
Okay.
Right? And the emotional body is this whole coalescence of emotions. Most of the world is getting wagged around by that. They get sad, they get sad. They get happy, they get happy. But one who is on his way to becoming a master will cross that. Emotions will come and go. He will see them, but he won't move with them.
Okay.
It's the third one. Third one is the mind. And how the mind is always seeking for power and pleasure. Right?
Yeah.
To put it in California terms, let's say, it is dancing around the stripper pole of me, of I.
Dancing around the stripper pole of I, huh?
See, because when your mind goes back, it is, my past, this happened, that happened.
Yeah.
Or my future.
Yeah.
What will happen tomorrow if I don't have this or that?
Yeah.
That's the only reason you're not enjoying now. Is because it's dancing around the stripper pole of I.
How you get away? That's a good one for me.
Yeah.
How you get away from the past, just dancing around? Like, sometimes you could be living your life and enjoying your life, and we all have a past.
Yeah.
But sometimes people want to, like, you've moved on to your future.
No.
And you're living
I don't know. All I know is this.
The present. Let's say it like this.
Yeah.
You've moved on to your present.
No. I'm
hearing
Baba,
the present
there's nothing else there. See, all of this is not about doing.
Okay.
All of this is about undoing.
Undoing?
Yes, because really, you don't have to connect with God. He's feeding you your breath. He's feeding you everything. It's not like He disconnected. So it's the mind creating this separation and then believing it needs to do something, putting itself in a nice loop. Right? The same thing with this. Where else can you be? You're already in the present moment.
Right.
Now what you're saying is don't let the psychological reality cloud the experience.
Right.
Why does the psychological reality cloud the experience? Because it gets attached to this idea of I or me, which in itself is wrong. We'll get there.
So you're saying that you should enjoy the psychological experience right now.
No, enjoy the reality of what here is.
Oh, enjoy the reality of what
we feel.
Wait a minute, say that? Enjoy the reality of what now is? Say that again?
No.
Enjoy the reality.
I'm saying don't let the psychological, let me put it to you another way. Give me a moment, okay?
Okay.
I'll explain the whole thing and I will take you there.
Okay.
That's what we'll do. So that's the third layer, is the mind. Reaching out for power and pleasure, jumping back and forth. What you cannot stop the mind from doing that. But what you can recognize very quickly is that you're not the mind. But you are rather the thing that is witnessing the mind. And when that happens, that's the third initiation. And then that can happen for you for a whole lifetime momentarily. You will go from when the wind wagged you to when you were way beyond it and it would move, but you would not move with it. But that's where freedom begins. Otherwise, you're a slave. You're a slave to the needs of the body, the needs of the emotions, the swaying of the emotion, the tides, and this. And at the same time, you are very much the condensation of all those things at one moment. So he said that's the third thing for a master, is to cross the mind. Then they recognize that they are one with this soul. But some go even further into where Christ and Krishna went, into recognizing that they are the oversoul. One of the stories from Krishna's mouth, his mom thought that he stole the curd and ate it. So she went and grabbed him and said, "Open your mouth." And he opened his mouth and she saw the whole universe in his mouth. That goes to show you what the possibilities of identification are.
Okay.
So the master said this, but then he flipped the script on me. His next question was, so who are you? You asking me what a master is. So now I'm asking you, who are you? I said, oh, I never thought of that. He said, well, don't you think it's about time? I mean, you're talking about all this other stuff. This whole mechanism is here, but you never once stopped to ask, what is this thing? So I said, well, how do I answer that then? He says, look, the only thing I can tell you is that anything you think it is will not be the answer. That answer lies in transcendence, and you cannot think what the answer is.
Of who you are. It's in transcendence.
Well, I mean, let's face it. What you would describe yourself as, the way you sat me to answer those questions of who I am, I'm a healer, I'm a this, I'm an Indian, I'm a man, I'm between this and this years of age. Those are figments of thoughts, memories, emotions, perceptions, associations, right? But that is not necessarily our direct experience. If you want to get to the direct experience, it only takes a few moments. We can go there right away. You want to try that?
Yeah.
Okay. So sit as I am.
Go ahead.
Put your right hand in your left.
Right hand in my left.
Let your eyes close. I will ask you some questions. Don't feel compelled to answer them. Just see where they take you. But you can answer them if you choose. If you don't use your thoughts, memories, emotions, perceptions and associations, is there a body, no body, or neither?
There is a body.
Isn't that a memory tying to a perception and then an association?
Yes.
So then if you don't use your thoughts, memories, emotions, perceptions and associations, is there a body, no body, or neither?
Well, your answer would be there is nobody. But my analogy of it would be that, what about the people who are like mentally disabled, crippled, that or have some kind of mental function where they don't function and can't use their limbs and arms and things like that, but yet they're alive in a shell that we call a body. So the body is there, but all of their functionalities are not there. So that's my thinking.
Yes.